remedy is Allium cepa, a remedy of cold, coryza and cold in throat, larynx, trachea, bronchial tubes. Wherever is the cold, but all the symptoms are aggravated in warm room, except the larynx, which is aggravated by inhaling cold air. Patient is better in cold and worse in warmth. Coryza starts from the left side of the nose, and within 24 hours right side is also invaded, and there is rawness in the nose, fluent watery discharge from the nose which is very excoriating, and along with fluent copious watery discharge from the nose, there is copious watery discharge from eyes too. But the nasal discharge is excoriating and the watery discharge from eyes is bland. And sometimes the hair of the upper lip are eaten away by the excoriation of the watery discharge. It is so acrid, it eats up the hair of the upper lip. And if we study euphrasia, we will find there is also copious watery discharge from the nose as well as from the eyes. But the eyes watery discharge is very excoriating in euphrasia, and the nasal watery discharge is bland. Cough is excited in the evening after lying down and by inhaling cold air. The pain in larynx is so tearing at every cough that the patient grasps his throat and is so afraid to cough. Tearing cough all aggravated in warm room and in the evening. Allium cepa is indicated for after effect of cold damp weather or any changes to cold. All the symptoms of coryza, throat, larynx are excited by cold damp weather, but during the attack the patient feels worse in warm room and warmth. But generally the patient feels better in cold. With coryza there is headache, occipital headache, frontal headache or pains in jaw, face. Every year in August there is morning coryza with violent sneezings, and the patient is not able to stand the odor of flowers and skin of peaches. This is a kind of hay fever, and Allium cepa will cure hay fever, but this is the explosion of some chronic miasm. And Allium cepa is an acute remedy. As soon as the hay fever is over, we have to select constitutional remedy on the basis of chronic symptoms and the symptoms of hay fever. Otherwise, every year the patient will keep on suffering. Inflammation soon spreads to throat, larynx and ears. Pulsatilla is a remedy for ears, for pain in ears, acute pain in ears in children, and it almost cures all the cases of earache. Who are sensitive and cry pitifully. But in those children who are snappish and who slaps the nurse and throws things away or on your face, chamomilla is a right remedy for those irritable children in cases of ear pain. If we keep pulsatilla, chamomilla and alemsippa in our home, these three remedies will almost cure all kinds of earaches in children. It is a wonderful remedy for colic and flatulence in children, pain in lower abdomen, and the child bends double. The child screams with pain. It is a wonderful remedy for whooping cough and ragged anus with bleeding from the anus in infants. Violent, rapid inflammation of larynx excited by inhaling cold air, and it is very tearing, as if some hook is scraping in the throat at each cough. It has wonderful effect in traumatic neuritis in stump after amputation. Pains are unbearable and exhaust the patient's strength. It also cures neuralgic pains in face, neck, chest and head. Kent gives us the difference. The laryngeal cough of alemsippa is quite different from aconite. In both the cases, the patient feels so much pain in larynx that he grasps the larynx and he is fearful to cough. But in aconite, it is so sudden, and after exposure to cold, the child wakes up before midnight and is suddenly attacked by acute cough and laryngitis. But alemsippa is quite a different thing.